So right now, you have a broken heart, or is it fixed?
No, it's fixed now.
Okay, good. Talking of like other star signs that cancers click with, who is it? Who?
Scorpios,
Okay.
Tauruses. If I'm in love, I have to be attracted to you. Like, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not brother and sister.
Hopefully not.
There's lots of women at my shows. Lots of beautiful women, I'm proud that beautiful women are my fans.
But you let in average-looking women as well, don't you? Our first ever podcast guest is the one and only Ckay. Hello.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Amazing.
Thank you for being my first guest on my podcast.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
What did you say to me in the elevator?
I said a lot of things.
You're popping my...
cherry.
No, you said podcast
No, not
cherry.
not your cherry, your podcast cherry.
Oh, it's weird now. Anyway, welcome to Dubai.
Thank you.
You've got your sunglasses on because you went to Blue Dubai last night, right?
Yes, and I literally haven't slept.
You performed.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was amazing, good energy, good vibes. Haven't performed in Dubai in a while, so it was really nice to reconnect with my fans here. Good vibes, great energy, and, I had a good time.
Good. And so you're very tired because what time did you go to bed?
I didn't go to bed.
No way. What did you do?
I mean, the club, we were there like till late, and, I had press runs this morning.
Yeah.
So I had a really early start,
Wow.
so I couldn't really go to bed.
I'm very happy you're here. Thank you for coming even though you haven't slept. It's a shame we can't see your eyes though because you have stunning eyes.
Thanks.
We just show like a quick peek of them or not?
I look like someone who hasn't slept.
Fair enough. I think you look beautiful, gorgeous. And I keep seeing this silver heart around your neck. You wear it quite a bit.
This is diamond.
Sorry, diamond. Sorry. Terrible me. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so basically, this is Sad Romance, my first album. So I like to have things that, mean something to me. So for me, jewelry is not just jewelry. It means something, And this is a heart with like a plaster on it. It's a broken heart. Yeah, so in my first EP, when I dropped my first EP, Ckay the First, I used to have a piece that was a broken heart.
Yeah.
And with Sad Romance Deluxe, I had a piece with a fixed heart.
Oh.
So it's like, it means a lot more to me than just jewelry.
Okay. So right now, you have a broken heart or is it fixed?
No, it's fixed now.
Okay, good. Good. And you sing all about your love life and your real life, right?
Absolutely.
So right now, your new song,
Wahala.
Wahala, are you singing about good things?
Yeah, so the thing is, Wahala in Pidgin English means problem, right?
Yeah.
But in the context of the song, it means a problem you like. It's not like a bad problem, not every single problem is bad. Some things are, problems, but they're exciting too.
Okay.
And I think love can be problematic and exciting at the same time.
Yes.
And likable.
Okay. I do like your music, I've got to say. It chills me out. I feel hope for the future. And also I feel like you should get commissioned to do music to like chill people out in traffic because that's a major thing here in Dubai. It's crazy. And you just calm me down.
Technically, that's what radio is, eh?
Radio.
Yeah.
True.
If my song is playing on radio, if you tune in while you're in traffic, I'm technically commissioned to calm you down.
Yeah, but then my voice goes on the radio and I think I do the opposite effect.
Lol.
So tell me about your star sign because you're a Cancer, right?
Yeah.
And so am I.
Oh, yeah?
So do you believe in that?
Oh, yeah, I do. I think it's actually funny how accurate star signs can be. At first I was skeptical about all that stuff, but when I was reading the characteristics of a Cancer, it was like I was reading my diary or something. It was so accurate, And like even compatibilities, the star signs you get along with, it's it's quite accurate.
Who is it? Because I know cancers are supposed to be moody. Do you believe that? You're moody?
I mean, cancers are not necessarily supposed to be moody. I mean, we're just emotional, but we do a very good job of masking our emotions. You know, we don't always wear our hearts on our sleeves like that, you know. Even if we feel that way, we just keep it gangster, you know. And it's like the crab, basically the hard shell, soft inside and all that stuff.
The crab. Okay, so talking of like other star signs that cancers click with, who is it? Who?
Scorpios.
Okay.
Tauruses. Which other sign? Aries. I click with Aries a lot.
If a girl came up to you and said, "Hey, my name's Jade, I'm an Aries," would you be like, "Yes, okay, I'm into it"?
You know what's crazy? Most times I may not even know their sign until, you know, I just notice we be getting along, and then I find out the sign, and I'm like, no wonder we got along, you know?
Okay. And would a Cancer get on with a Cancer or not?
Sometimes, you know, I found myself, you know, get along with some female Cancers. Not very often though. Not that often, I would say. But
how about now?
I mean, we're vibing.
I think we are. I can feel that. Okay, that's good. So you're from Nigeria.
Yes.
How's the heat compared to Dubai? Is it different, same?
It's actually pretty much the same. The only difference is in Lagos, Nigeria, the southern parts of Nigeria, it's a lot more humid than it is here.
Okay.
But in the parts of Nigeria I grew up in, Kaduna State, it's like up north, and it's as hot as this, and it's dry too. Like this. Maybe it's not like it's not desert, fully a desert vibe, but it's close to that vibe. Yeah.
Feels hot, but you're like, everybody there must be so proud of you, and you must be proud of yourself to represent Nigeria, Afrobeats, and now your own genre, emo-aftobeats. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so basically, Afrobeats is a term it's like an umbrella term to, you know, classify the different forms of African music that have been, you know, will I say commercialized or, you know, become pop, basically. And emo Afrobeats is basically that sound, but with lots more emotions. I put lots of emotional energy into my music. My choice of chords, my choice of instruments, choice of lyrics, choice of everything, all just points to emotions, you know. And it's not every Afrobeat record that is that emotionally, you know, strong. You know, most Afrobeat records are very heavy on the dancing and the rhythm. But, you know, mine, being a Cancer, I put lots of that Cancer energy into it. Yeah.
I like that. So with your sort of emotional side, do you think that that's what people are picking up on when they listen to it? Because when I listen to your songs, I'm like vibing, but I feel very chill. Especially the one with you and Ira Star. Like, I felt like I was vibing, and then I was also close to tears. I had no clue what you were saying because it was Pidgin English and Nigerian, but like I loved it, and I felt like really connected to it. And her voice and your voice, I mean, wow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was a special one. Beggy.
Yeah.
Special record.
Yeah. So is that how you feel, like when you're making music, your feeling goes into it?
I mean, yeah, you know, how it basically is I see my music as time capsules, you know, like I'm feeling something or I'm experiencing something, going through a chapter of life, and basically I make a song to capture that feeling, that experience, from the way the beat makes you feel to the things I'm talking about on the song. Everything just captures that moment. And when my listeners listen to it, it's basically recreating that feeling in them. And they resonate with that. If you happen to have felt what I was feeling, it will resonate with you and you'll be like, whoa, I feel this because, that has happened to me before. If you like Emiliana or Love, you've probably been in a long distance relationship. If you like Wahala, you probably have a partner that stresses you out, but you like it. If you like Love Nwantiti, you've probably been in love or you've been, in that very psychedelic, vibey mode. Like Love Nwantiti, my music kind of takes you somewhere, So that's basically what it is for me.
And with Emiliana, who's a real person, can long distance relationships work, do you think?
Well. Long distance relationships, they can.
Yeah.
But it's going to have to take a very, very large amount of efforts.
Yeah. From
both parties, like it's not easy at all. I've been in a couple myself.
Mm-hmm. It depends on the person, doesn't it? Like if you're okay and you can trust someone and they are trusting, then it feels okay. But if you have that feeling when you're really far away from someone, but you're like, I just have the feeling they're up to something dodgy.
Yeah, and I mean sometimes it's not even. Sometimes it comes from a place of, let's say, lack of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Because you will be tested. Like if you're in a long distance relationship, you are going to be tested. It's not going to just be easy. You will be in situations where you will be tested. So it's just up to you to be very disciplined and very, I would say very committed to your partner to not make that mistake or whatever. But it's easier said than done. That's the thing.
Out of sight, out of mind. When the mouse is away, the cat will play. Is that what the saying is? I don't remember.
Something like that.
And you've been in love before, haven't you?
Oh, of course.
And what does it feel like for you? What is love?
Love is not even a feeling to me. Actually, I think love produces a feeling, but in itself is not really a feeling. Love is a choice, I think. Love is a decision. Love is saying, okay, I will decide to care about this person. I will decide to sacrifice for this person, even though it's not convenient for me. If I'm in a long distance relationship, if I could be out here doing ABC, I would rather not do ABC because of this person. That's a sacrifice. That's opportunity cost.
Yeah.
You feel me? Love it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. That's why I think it's such a beautiful thing, because it's a message. Love is a message to that person that they mean that much to you that you would make these sacrifices. Love is uncomfortable. Love is ultimately the highest expression of human existence to me.
And how do you know when you're in love? What's the feeling like?
You're in love when you start making sacrifices for someone.
What do you feel when you're in love? Like, you must feel something.
I mean, it feels good. You feel attracted to the person, sexually attracted or physically attracted. But that's not even love. Still,
it's just part of it.
It's just it's a byproduct of love. I still think love in itself is those sacrifices. Ultimately, that's why you can be attracted to someone and not be in love with them. It's not really about thinking they're attractive, they have a nice face, nice lips, nice eyes, blah blah blah.
So you don't believe in love at first sight?
I believe in lust at first sight.
Yes.
I believe in attraction at first sight and building on that attraction to fall in love.
Yeah.
But you just don't see someone and fall in love with them. And that's not possible.
I think I've learned how to know when someone's got lust at first sight, because they can't stop smiling at the person when they see them.
Yeah. And to be honest, there's nothing wrong with that, Like,
no.
It needs to, that moment is important. Because obviously, me, I think if I'm in love, I have to be attracted to you. Like, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not brother and sister.
Hopefully not.
You feel me? So I think attraction is really, really important, but love is way deeper than that.
Yeah. You love love, don't you?
Do I? I mean, I would say I love it sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't, because, you know, it's a sacrifice. Sometimes you make those sacrifices and it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And other times you make the sacrifices and you realize it wasn't quite worth it.
Yeah.
And you start to wish you probably didn't make the sacrifices because, you know, it was not easy to make them.
Yeah. Do you
But
not
no
think
regrets.
that you learn?
You know?
Yeah, because you learn from every relationship and
Yeah.
they're all meant to be. And what about like life in general? Do you think that everything's supposed to happen and singing, performing, making music is your purpose? And if you weren't doing this, you'd be miserable, do you think?
I would definitely be miserable if I wasn't doing this. But how I see it is everyone was created with a certain skill sets and a certain, you know, set of attributes. You were designed a certain way to fulfill a certain purpose. It's like a screwdriver being made a certain way. It was designed that way so it can open screws. But if it was trying to be a bottle opener, it would probably be a miserable one because it wouldn't open many bottles, you know? So for me, I think first of all, the fact that I'm as passionate about music as I am, you know, I'm passionate for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been passionate about anything else, but for some reason, it's music I'm that passionate about. The fact that I'm good at it,
Yeah.
the fact that I have a unique perspective, I have something I bring to the table. I'm not here trying to make music like, you know, the people that, you know, were making music in the 80s or in the 90s or, you know, even right now. I feel there's no point of me making music if I don't bring something new to the table.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like the iPhone and Steve Jobs, you know, innovating, doing something new.
Yeah.
I feel that's how I see it. And that's why I believe I'm here. I'm here to do something new to music. And,
it's amazing that you knew what you wanted to do. Same with me with radio and talking to people and interviewing people. I feel for people who don't know that, for example, they don't know that they're a screwdriver and that they need to unscrew things. So they're trying to figure out what they're supposed to do in life, and that's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's key to find your purpose. Some people find their purpose really early. Some people find it a bit later, but I think it's important you find it.
Yeah.
And most times when you find it, there's evidence that lets you know that that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Your mum was a nurse. Your dad's a doctor. So that's a very safe house to grow up in, you know. But they weren't always supportive of your career choice, right? They didn't always want you to do music.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a thing of perspective. It's not like they didn't want me to do it. They just had serious concerns, you know, about me doing it because obviously from a place of love, you know, they don't want me to to be sleeping under the bridge and whatever. So they just felt I would have a more secure future doing something more white collar.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I had a very different view on that. And, you know, we didn't quite see eye to eye on that issue, which led me to running away from home and chasing my dreams anyways. And, you know, eventually they understood what I was trying to do. And I would say one thing though, my dad, even when I ran away from home, like he saw things a bit differently. You know, he was more of the level-headed one. He actually paid part of my first rent.
Really?
Yeah, you know, and I think that's worth mentioning.
So that's when you were on your own
Yeah.
and you'd ran away, he paid for your accommodation.
And I didn't ask. I mean, he paid part of it. I didn't ask.
Wow.
I literally left and I told them that I didn't want them to send me money. I basically cut myself off.
Yeah, but he still did it.
But he still did it because I think somewhere he saw something.
Yeah.
He saw the passion I had for it, and even though he wasn't really convinced, he was at least he saw that passion, and he probably felt that passion couldn't go wrong, so big shout out to my dad.
Oh, shout out. I don't know if it's the cancer in me, but I get so emotional very quickly. So I could cry, but they're tears of joy as well as sadness. But I won't now. Is it true that you liked listening to Backstreet Boys and Westlife growing up?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Like, in the house, my sisters used to play that. My mom used to play that. My mom was a huge Celine Dion fan as well.
Don't even get me started. She's a legend.
Absolutely. She's
Collaboration.
Amazing. I would love that.
Can you imagine?
Absolutely, Wow. That would be so amazing.
Celine. That could work.
That's a legendary one right there,
Yeah.
So yeah, I grew up listening to lots of that music, and I would say that shaped the foundation of my, knowledge of pop and, modern music and everything,
Yeah. And what's sort of next for you? Because you were touring. It's tiring touring, as we can see. No offense. But when you're touring and stuff, are you quite healthy? Because I know a lot of DJs and performers, when they're traveling around, they're doing electrolytes, they're doing magnesium, they're popping fish oils. It's getting a bit wild out there.
Yeah. I try to stay as healthy as possible. I take my supplements. I also drink smoothies a lot.
Oh, which ones?
I like strawberry, banana, avocado, lemon, ginger, that mix.
Yeah.
Sometimes raspberry.
That's
or
a good
blueberries. Sometimes I just try stuff. But yeah, I think it's important to stay hydrated and to stock up on your vitamins, because it does get very draining. But yeah, I took a break because I was overwhelmed. Actually, I was on the road for 2 years straight, and I got quite overwhelmed. So I had to take a break to really rebuild, and now I'm back on the road again. Released a new single called Wahala featuring Olamide. Amazing record. I love it so much. And yeah, we're back on the road. Performed in Dubai last night.
Yep.
It was amazing, and you catch me in a city near you in the next couple months.
I love that. Where's your favorite place to perform? You don't have to say Dubai. Where's like the wildest fans?
There's no place like home.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so I'd say Nigeria.
And when you look out when you're performing, do you have more men or women there?
Definitely more women.
Oh, really?
Like my shows, when I do shows, it's actually, I would say it's that surprising, to be fair, because of the type of music I make, but there's lots of women at my shows. Lots of beautiful women, I'm proud that beautiful women are my fans.
But you let in average-looking women as well, don't you?
I don't believe there is such a thing as average-looking women or average-looking men.
Beautiful.
I think beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
It's true.
Someone can be attractive to one person and not attractive to another person, so I just believe everyone is beautiful in their own way, and they should be appreciated as such,
Nice. And when it comes to you making music going forward, do you hope that you'll meet somebody that doesn't mind being spoken about and sung about? Because anyone that sees you, for example, me, who knows your next album could be like, Jade, she's amazing. She's such a good podcaster. And you could be dropping those lyrics and I don't know.
Nah, so the thing is, if I make music about you, you may not even know.
Apart from Emiliana.
Yeah, sometimes I may make a song, I might use a different name.
Oh?
Yeah, you may
like
not.
Jane.
You may not know it's about you, but yeah, I think every single thing I experience, every single person I meet is a part of my story, is a part of like the chronicles of my life. So if I'm making a song one day, if that person meant that much to me, or if my experiences with that person meant enough to me, they would surface in a song.
Right.
Unconsciously, I wouldn't even have to make a deliberate effort to, oh, I want to make a song about this person. It's just going to come out.
I'm definitely going to be in that song. I know it. Just have a feeling. So when it comes to your music going forward, do you want to go into, would you prefer to have a breakups, then you have some content to talk about? Or is it just everyday life and you're happy to be, are you single now?
Yes.
Yes. Ready to mingle?
I mean, ready to mingle. I don't like that phrase, ready to.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm single and I'm open to vibes, you know. I'm out here vibing. If we vibe, we vibe. If we don't vibe, we don't. No. I don't believe in forcing anything. Mm-hmm. I don't, I just believe in vibes and energy.
Yeah.
You know.
Must be hard though when you're touring to be in a relationship unless you take her with you.
Yeah.
So would you take her with you?
I mean, I have done that in the past.
But that's pretty fun.
Yeah. It has its pros and cons. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is next? Where are you going to next?
Right now, from Dubai, I'm going to Lagos, Nigeria. I'm going back home.
Okay.
And from there, I go wherever the wind takes me. I have a series of festivals and shows lined up for the next few months.
Nice.
I'm really excited about those. I love traveling. I love experiencing new cultures. Mm-hmm. And every time I do a show in a country I've never been, it's always really fun for me because I get to experience new cultures. I get to see a different side of the world.
Yeah.
You know, and it helps me understand my listeners even better, mm-hmm. you know, because it's one thing to see fans on the internet, see numbers and statistics and countries, but it's on a whole different ball game to actually go there, you know, experience the weather, listen to the language, you know, eat the food, perform on stage and interact with the fans. I think that's really priceless.
Was there a country that you blew up in where you thought, wow, I'm really shocked that I've done well here?
I would say not even a country, but I would say a continent. Asia in general is a place that I would say Afrobeat doesn't quite penetrate as much. Mm-hmm. You know, like Afrobeats is known to be appreciated in Europe. You know, for decades, it's known to be appreciated in the US, in Africa, obviously, Australia. But, you know, Asia is not quite on that list as much. So I'm really happy that my music has been able to connect with that audience. You know, I did a festival in Malaysia a couple months ago. It was really amazing. I'd never been to Malaysia before. Mm-hmm. You know, I see videos of fans in Japan or China making dance videos to my songs and stuff. You know, I haven't performed there yet, but it's really mind-blowing for me to see my music penetrate.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely. What do you think of TikTok?
I think TikTok is a amazing social media platform. I think it's a tool and it's fun. I like TikTok a lot.
Do you think TikTok is how you became successful? And your talent, obviously.
I think people connecting with my music is how I became successful. How did they connect with my music? Mm-hmm. Where did they find it? Some people found it on TikTok. Some people found it on YouTube. Some people found it on Instagram. Some people found it on Twitter.
True.
But definitely TikTok played a very large role still because of its unique attributes and content creation tools, you know. So I would say social media in general still was a very important catalyst in spreading my music around the world.
And do you think if you weren't as big as you are, this global superstar who's got so many streams and going around the world, traveling, you're getting lots of money, I'm assuming, for it, and famous, if you weren't that big right now, do you think you could continue or would you have lost faith?
I mean, that's a good question. I don't think I would have lost faith, because at the end of the day, music is something that I loved even before I got streams and started traveling the world and all that. I was making music for good number of years, and I wasn't really getting the most money from it or anything, but I just didn't care. I just loved it that much. So I would say whatever success I'm able to achieve is a blessing. It's never really going to be the ultimate motive. For me, the ultimate motive is like being a screwdriver and unscrewing things and screwing things.
Yeah.
Serving, my purpose, fulfilling my purpose on earth, doing what I'm here to do, making people's lives better with my music. I believe my music makes people's lives better. I've seen it make people's lives better, make them happy, make them, help them go through a tough time. So that is a service to humanity.
Yeah.
So ultimately, that's the motivation for me, not necessarily success, but the success is very nice and I want to take it anytime.
And it must be hard because you're doing this for humanity, and I can tell that. A lot of people aren't. How do you feel mixing with those people?
I mean, sometimes when you interact with colleagues who have different motivations for what they do, it may come across as friction sometimes. Maybe if you are trying to both achieve one goal, there might be lots of friction because your motives are different. But I think everybody making music, I mean, whatever your motive is, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows the cross they're carrying and they know why they're doing it. Some people make music purely for money. Some people do it because they want to make money. Some people do it because they want to get girls. Some people do it because their friends are doing it. You know what I mean? Some people do it for all of the above. Some people do it for service to humanity. I would say I do it for all of the above. But yeah, I mean, it's regardless of your reason, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't judge anyone, but me, this is my reason for doing it. Yeah.
And you've got big fans, not just normal people like me, but also Camila Cabello, Ronaldo, Kim Kardashian. Is that right?
Yeah. They happen to appreciate my music, and I think that's amazing. I think at the end of the day, everyone is connected as one in the human race, and I think music that touches one person can touch another person regardless of the difference in their status or fame level or anything. At the end of the day, what is happening is a human being is listening to something and they feel something and they connect with it.
Yeah.
That's what's happening, and I think that's a beautiful thing to see. And I think it's great that these influential people appreciate the music as well.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on my podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being my first guest.
You're welcome. Thanks.
And yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
You too.
Is that how you finish a podcast?